Reality is that you'll never get there. You probably get fired before you finish. Or if you're lucky, they'll brass plate the thing at your retirement.
But if you could give the top three kind of best practices for building a security team and practice in your business.
Yeah, for me, the number one challenge that we face as a sort of managing a function perspective is attracting and retaining talent. Everybody talks these days about the cyber workforce shortage, millions of jobs going unfilled over the next several years. And whether you believe that or not, it doesn't matter, because the reality is it's hard to hire people. And they're expensive. So number one for me would be to develop a talent development program. Outreach to your local universities, help influence those programs so that they're producing professionals that are relevant to industry today. It's a lot cheaper to draft talent from the university than it is to hire a free agent. And it's a lot better, I think, retention-wise, when you grow your own talent. And show people that they have career paths both within cyber and within the broader company that you are part of as a whole. I think it's better for long-term retention if people see that that's there. So that's number one for me, is make sure you have a pipeline of talent. The second thing is, as I just alluded to, make sure that the controls you select are risk-based and balanced against the business's priorities. There's so many security technologies out there. There's so many processes and procedures that you can put into place. It's real easy to kind of grab something like a standards book, ISO 27000 or NIST 853, and say, okay, I got to do all this. But the reality is that you'll never get there. You probably get fired before you finish. Or if you're lucky, they'll brass plate the thing at your retirement, as a reminder. So make sure that you apply controls in a realistic way. And then I think the third would be to make sure that you've got to focus on the ability to detect and respond when those controls fail, and drill that. The worst case is when your customer calls you up and says, you've had a breach.
Right.
That's not something.
No,
right.
That's not good.
So be able to detect when things go off the rails and have a playbook, down to the specific things, not just a general incident response plan that says, I'm going to investigate and I'm going to, have very specific playbooks. If this bad thing happens, I do this. These people get notified, and keep those playbooks drilled and up to date. Tabletop exercises are cheap, but they're also very wonderful to do that kind of drilling. Keep your people sharp. I think those three things, to me, make a big difference.
Okay, good.